Okay, thanks for joining me back in this part. From the last part, you can obviously see that the false Messiah is going to rise on the Passover in 2018, and this is what the Illuminati are going to use to try and rule the world. Now, what does the Bible actually say? Well, the Bible says, "And there was given to him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies." Remember, this guy's going to say, "I am God above any other God in the earth and in the heavens." Blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue for 42 months. Now, how long is 42 months? Well, 42 months is actually 3.5 years again. So if we go 42 months, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. And we're going to colour that. I think that's the same colour. Yeah. So we'll be able to continue for 42 months. Now, if the false Messiah continues for 42 months from this period of time, and if that represents the last 3.5 years of the tribulation, then surely we can guesstimate that going from here we can count back another 3.5 years and see where we get to. So April 2018, 17, 16, 15, April, so 6. Now, can you see something a bit obvious? That we have landed on one of the blood moons. So 3.5 years prior to the false Messiah landing on the earth, we have actually got to one of the 4 blood moons, which is in 2004. So are you trying to tell me now that this is the start of the 7? 2 seconds. The start of the 7. It's a bit big actually. So will this actually be the start of the 7? Funnily enough, it falls, like I say, on the blood moon 3.5 years before the Passover resurrection of 2018. And you know, if we go 42 and 3.5 years forward, we get to October. We can get to that a little bit later about what that actually means. But is this the 7? So I was like, you know, obviously I'm trying to fit together the pieces. Is this timeline real? Because, you know, that is very soon. We're in June now. I mean, 7 is only 4 months away. I mean, you know, they're going to sign a 7-year covenant with many in 4 months. It was like, you know, something radical has got to happen before that takes place. And, you know, so I actually prayed this. Now, a lot of Christians are not going to condone this prayer because, you know, it's quite bad, really. But I said, Lord, you know my heart, you know what I've just done, you know, you can see the timeline that I've just put forward of my understanding of what could happen and when it could happen. I said, strike me down, Lord. I said, throw me onto a sick bed, do something, hit by a car, I don't know, just do something bad to me, and then by that bad thing that happens to me, for your power, because you control everything, I will see that as a sign that what I just proposed is wrong. And something amazing happened. About a couple of days later, Friday it was, Friday the 13th, I woke from my bed and I had a lot on that day, so I had to get up and get out quickly. I didn't have time to research or anything like that. But as I awoke, these 2 words the Lord planted in my spirit, and the words were Comet Holmes. And I was like, Comet Holmes? Oh, yeah, I've heard of it, but you know, there was so many of the comets. I believed Comet Holmes to be the least of them. We had Comet Ison, we had Enki, we had Linear, we had Lovejoy, we had Jackie's, we had Siding Springs, which is going to collide in with Mars in October time, and I was like, Linear. So what I actually did for the first time in a long time, I actually wrote it down. I wrote Comet Linear, and then Saturday, the Sabbath day, I actually researched it because I showed one when I met my parents. I said, look at this, and I was amazed because he didn't punish me. He actually confirmed me that I was telling the truth. And I'll show you what I mean by that now. So Comet Holmes is actually going to be visible in the night sky as the Earth rotates round into October. Comet Holmes is actually going to be in the shadow of the Earth. Now look. Comet Holmes, over the course of 42 hours in October of 2007. Now if this comet comes around every 7 years on the dot, that means its orbit never changes. It hasn't got an offset. It doesn't come in like August 1 year, September the other, October, November, December. Because one year, it's going to be an 8-year comet. And that's not right. So it obviously must have, you know, the same orbit as it does all the time to stay in sync with the 7 years. And as it passed us by in March, and now in October it goes into the shadow of the Earth, where we can actually see it from Earth. Signs from heaven. The sun and the moon and the stars will give us meaning. Become 500,000 times brighter on its way to becoming the largest object in the solar system. Larger than the sun. Oh, Brad Pitt's ego. So as you can see, this thing is going to be visible to us in October 2014, not 2015, not 2016, not 2013 or 2012. It is coming in 2014, the winter, and it's going to be visible in October 2014. So we can now take Comet Holmes, you know, and we can say that this thing is going to be visible in October 2014. Now, if this is a 7-year comet, then why don't we, just for giggles, fast forward 7 years? So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, October. Whoa, hang on a minute. Isn't that when the beast loses his power? Isn't that the beast is given 42 months to continue? From 42 months, 3.5 years, to the time that he's lost his power, the 7-year comet returns again. Are you serious? Now, like I said, this comet does not come around in 2015 or 16. It comes around and it will be visible to the Earth, and it is the 7-year comet, and it comes in winter, October time, 2014. Are you serious? How can anyone not, see this as... I seen this, I almost cried, because, I was asking God to punish me if it was wrong, but yet He implanted a revelation in me that proved that this timeline was just untrue. Just like my name, just and true. Hebrew, just and true. And I totally now believe that this... It's hard to imagine. The Illuminati are going to have to work hard from July. There probably will be false flags concerning Israel to this time, where they'll sign a 7-year covenant with many, and that's when the Illuminati will try and rule the world after they've built the temple, which is obviously another... We're going to have to get into that another time. But that is the plan, the temple being rebuilt. So just a recap on what we've done here today. The beast that rises has 10 horns, and he can continue for 42 months, which will bring us to October 2021. And the Lord showed us Comet Holmes, which is a 7-year comet, which will be visible in the night sky in October 2014, which could mark the first of the 7. And strangely enough, a big coincidence that the end of the 7, the return of Comet Holmes will actually be very, very closely sorry about this. Well, it comes round at the end of the 7, when the false Messiah himself will actually, the Bible says, when he will finish his rule. It'll be, time is over. That'll be the end of the 7-year tribulation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And please like and share with all your friends, and God